Hey, what's going on, everybody? This is Chris Martinez from Dynamic Duo Training, and today we're back in the kitchen and we're going to do a special recipe for you guys this time. We're going to go a little bit more Mexi on you guys, and we're going to go with Carne con Chile. So, I mean, a lot of you probably haven't heard what that is, but it's basically a meat with chili, okay? But, I mean, it's a little more complex than that. And, of course, when we're in here, of course, we're going to put a dynamic twist to it, right? You can't be in this kitchen without a dynamic twist. So, it's going to be a dynamic carne con chile, okay? The type of meat that we're going to choose to use with this recipe is pork tenderloin, okay? Pork tenderloin is very lean, high quality protein source, okay? It's got maybe about, 1 gram of fat, 6 grams of protein, per ounce, so very lean, high quality, okay? So I'm going to show you guys what you guys need exactly for this recipe. After that, we're going to show you guys how to cook everything, how to make the salsa. So it's going to be a little bit of a longer type of, cooking show today, but it's going to be worth it at the end when you guys taste this, all right? So, first thing we got, like I said, pork tenderloin. Got 1.5 pounds of that. We're going to chop up some cilantro, some diced onions, and, I mean, you can get a whole onion, but Eric, he's like super lazy to sit there and cut up onions, so, you got to get them diced up already.
It's the easiest way.
It is the easiest way, I'm lying. I'm lazy too about it. Okay, then we got some jalapenos, okay? Then we got some zucchini right here. That's gonna make it taste really good. And you got yourself a tomato sauce, okay? Can of tomato sauce. Alright, and then what you're gonna need, but you don't have to have it, you need a blender, but we have a magic bullet. And no, don't think about that other dirty type of magic bullet, cochinos, come on. Alright, so you need some sort of blender or a magic bullet to blend up for the salsa, okay? Then you need a cooking skillet too to cook the meat and brown it and everything like that. And the reason why we chose to actually do carne con chile is just because, I mean, like I said, it's a good high quality lean protein source, and you can basically mix it up with any type of complex carb, okay? We like putting it over brown rice, which we're going to do later. And I mean, you can mix it up with pretty much like, beans, high fiber tortillas, or potatoes, sweet potatoes, whatever you guys like, okay? So, that was the intro right there. Stick around, I'm going to show you guys what to do.
Stay tuned, folks.
What's going on, people? This is Eric, the other twin. So, I'm going to continue this part of the recipe, and we're going to move on to cooking the pork tenderloin. So, before I get into how to cook that and stuff, I think Christina... Oh, excuse me, I mean, did I call him Christina? I meant Chris. Chris. Woo! Chris forgot to tell you guys that what we're cooking is a serving for 2 people. So we got about 1.5 ounces, oh, excuse me, 1.5 pounds of the pork tenderloin, okay? So, let's do it. Okay,
First of all, this guy, we're doing over here like a, more of like a Mexican type of like dish here, and this guy says Christina, so he screwed up there already, right? Like it should have been like some sort of thing like that show, Christina. Yeah, exactly. He forgot the little accent in there.
And I'm not too lazy to cut onions, I just choose to go the easy route.
Shit.
Chopped up ones. So, okay, so first off, it did not come like this, the pork tenderloin, so I just chopped it up into little bite-sized cubes. If you guys want to go bigger, you guys can do that. If not, go smaller. It's up to you guys, but I did about medium-sized ones. So, after that, I'm going to put the pork in there, okay? I'm going to put about 16 ounces of water with it to cook. And then, once it's cooking and the meat turns white, you're going to want to just like take one little cube out and poke a hole in it, or just see, just to make sure that the meat is actually cooked inside, okay? Once it is, then drain the excess water out of the skillet that's still in there. And then we're going to just leave the meat in there. You can spray a little bit of Pam in there to brown it up if you guys want. Add maybe a little bit of olive oil. It's your guys' choice, okay? So do that. And right now, we're going to get this cooking, and then we'll move on to the next segment, okay? Ooh. All right. It's that time to check the meat to see if it's done. Let's do it. I think this one looks nice and tasty. It's hot. As you can see, yep, that's a green light. Alright, so turn this bad boy off. I got this skillet warming up because we're going to brown the meat in that, and then put some really tasty seasonings in it. So
So the reason why he's putting on Pam instead of like olive oil, which it probably tastes better with olive oil, okay, let's be real here. We just don't want to sit there and have to factor it into our macros. So, you know, like we said, you know, like if you're not doing that type of diet or anything like that, you know, just go ahead and put some olive oil on there. Probably tastes a little better, brown it up a little bit better too. So, okay, so we're just using the spatula right there where, you know, like the water can get drained out while he puts the meat in like that.
See that? See that crafty little device?
Yeah, I mean that's a pretty dynamic device right there for getting the meat out in the water.
All right, it's all in there, so we'll let it brown, put some seasonings on it, and then go from there.
Hold up. So, got the chopped up zucchini right here. We got the onions that we diced ourselves, okay? Then we got, you know, some seasoning right here, some Lowry seasoning. We got some, you know, some
Pepper.
Some pepper that's barely there. We got some garlic. And some Santa Maria stuff that's really bomb. So I'm gonna put all that stuff in there, let it brown up, and then we're gonna show you guys how to make the salsa. All right, ladies and gentlemen, so the next step, we're about to make the salsa right now, okay? So you got yourself 2 big tomatoes, okay? I forgot to tell you guys that in the beginning. I had to run down to Safeway and go get them. That's my bad. So you need 2 good sized tomatoes, all right? If they're not this size, maybe 3 will do, okay? And right here, I'm using 5 jalapenos right here, about this size right here, okay? So the more jalapenos you put in, obviously the hotter it's going to be, all right? So whatever you guys like. So what I'm doing here is first, I'm going to chop these tomatoes in half to make this process a little quicker. And then I'm going to put it in boiling water with the jalapenos, right? But look at with the jalapenos, bring it over here. So with the jalapenos, the ends right here, right? You can pull them off. Or, you know, I like cutting them off, okay, because I don't want to use strength and I need it later for the gym, you know what I mean? So, okay, you just cut them off like that, the tops. And then you don't have to cut the jalapeno or anything like that, just the top of it. All right. And then we're going to cut the tomatoes. So the thing you guys got to realize is, I mean, you know, if you make this dish, I mean, it's a process, really it is. There's a lot of steps. It takes a long time, but it's worth it.
It's worth it, you know. And you know, luckily, us Twinkies here are demonstrating it for you guys, hooking you guys up. So it's like, you know, just, you know, it's a process, but you guys will appreciate it once you guys taste it. Shit. So.
Also, for you gentlemen out there, I mean, I'm sure a lady would appreciate a nice warm meal like this.
Most definitely.
That's the effort that counts, right?
You guys gotta cook for the ladies. Whoa. Okay. Obviously, we need a bigger pot, but it'll do for now. And sit tight, and we'll come back with the next segment. Alright, peeps, so the next step, okay? So, after you boil the jalapenos and the tomatoes, okay? So, to really like make sure that they're done, you want to stick a fork in them and make sure the fork goes through if they're soft, okay? Because you don't want to sit there and grind them up or blend them up, you know, when they're hard, okay? So we put all that in a blender, put maybe about half a cup of water in there. I'm going to add in some garlic salt right here just to give it some more flavor. Okay, I'll add some more in once it grinds up a little bit. And then my cilantro is right here, right? So I can't add that in right now. It's pretty full, but I'm going to hopefully, you know, like get this down a little bit more once I grind it up, right? So let's see what happens. Started overflowing a little bit. So I'm going to add the cilantro in right now. Give that some flavor right there. Man, this magic bullet's a messy thing. Alright. So you're basically just going to sit there and blend it all the way until, you know, it looks like it's pretty much liquid, all right? If yours doesn't come out any like you know, liquidy, you know, add some more water to it, but really like the rule of thumb on this is just think about a pasta sauce, right? You know, it's pretty consistent. It's kind of thick. You know, it's not too watery. So you really want the salsa to come out, you know, like really kind of like a little bit thick, but not too thick and not too watery, right? Right in the middle. Alright, that's what it looks like. Erica here is going to have to sit here and clean this mess up that I made right here. Alright, so yeah, that's the salsa right there. And this is going to go over the pork that we made, okay? So stick around for that one while we clean this up right now, and then we'll put that on there, right? Alright, so we're here for the final step, okay? I know you guys are probably like, damn, you know, show them the final product already. But I told you guys before, it's a process. It takes a long time, and I want it to come out good, right?
And it's worth it.
Yeah, so look, this is what the salsa looks like right here. Yeah, it's pretty good. I mean, I can't really take like really spicy foods. I'm not that much of a savage yet, but it's pretty good, right? So what you're gonna do is you're gonna take this and you basically just dump that all on there like that, you see? Alright. You're gonna mix it all up right here with the carne, the pork. And that's basically what your chile con carne looks like, with a dynamic twist to it, ladies and gents, right there. And then also with the can of tomato sauce, you can add in a little bit. Like I'm just gonna probably put in a little, like half of it, just because it's gonna thicken it up a little bit. All right, I'm not gonna put the full can in there. That also will give it a little bit more flavor right there. So you just stir it up like that. So right there, you basically got yourself, you know, a nice high quality lean protein source right there. You dump this over, you know, with some brown rice, you know, a good source of complex carbs right there. You got yourself a nice, fine, healthy meal right there.
And it's got a kick to it.
It does. So just keep stirring that up like that. And your chile con carne is done. That's a wrap. Just want to give a huge thanks to our mom. I mean, I can't even say how many times I must have called her during this this video. You know, just making sure everything was good. I had everything on point. So thank you. We love you. Also, just you know, subscribe to our YouTube channel. Follow us on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, the whole shebang. Peace.
Peace.